Hi everyone, my name's Talea and I have a blog called Antiyanomita. And as some of you know, actually I don't think I've said this on my Facebook or on my blog, but I have a very serious, very real crush on someone called Bo Burnham. He's a comedian and he recently came out with an hour-long special on YouTube. You can look it up or I'll put it in the description. It's worth checking out. And what I do, and I really like something or someone, is I research everything I can about it. So I was looking up some podcasts that Bo did with a couple people. He went to a few comedy festivals in Europe. Turns out that Bo's really smart. He's actually brilliant, and I don't use that lightly. You know, he is book smart and he's street smart. Anyway, on this one podcast with someone called, I think his name was Pete Holmes, he mentioned someone called Sam Harris. He has a couple of books out on religion and free will and stuff like that. And the one in particular that Bo and this guy Pete were talking about was the illusion of free will. So I thought it was really interesting. So what I did, I looked up Sam Harris and I found a talk he did at the Festival for Dangerous Ideas in 2012. You can look it up or I'll link it down below as well. And it was a very interesting concept. Basic theory is that there is no such thing as free will. We do not choose, our brain chemistry and our genetic markup and our circumstances. Like, we do not choose the way we come into the world, so we do not choose the circumstances that we are born into. The choices that we make are purely based on these circumstances. I think there was a neurophysicist that did this test on people where there was a clock on the wall. And the people were asked to push a button, and they were supposed to record the time in which they pushed the button. So someone said, for example, 9:15, my left hand pushed the right button or whatever. Turns out that 5 seconds before they made that conscious choice, or before they were aware of that choice, their brain already made the choice for them. I don't know any of the technical mumbo jumbo. I don't know how they saw that, but I know there's a couple of tests. There's been a couple of tests done about this. That's not the only one. And it's just so fascinating to me because it just pretty much means that everything is predetermined, Just think about it for a second. Like, what determines that you are not a pedophile? Or what determines that I'm not a murderer? Or, I'm so incredibly lucky to have been born with the tendencies that I do, that I've been born with. I don't have a sexual attraction to animals, and I don't have any kind of attraction to kids, for example, And it's all it's just some people's brain chemistry is just so fucked up that they feel these things that are not in their power. I'm not saying that what they're doing is right, because I think it was Bo who said there's no such thing as good choices or bad choices. There's just choices with bad repercussions, which is really interesting because you only know what you're being spoon-fed by your circumstances, and your circumstances are also society, which is what my whole blog is about anyway. It's about how society kind of dictates everything, and circumstances goes even deeper than that. Like, your circumstances are so beyond your control. What you think about society still kind of is, Well, it's really hard to explain. Well, it's not hard to explain. I'm just sucky at explaining things, but another interesting thing about this whole idea of free will, the thing that I found comfort in, because I'm constantly in a what if mental state. If I was thinking, what if I was born during slavery, would I have been one of these people that say, oh, if I was born then and then, I would have totally stood up against the slave driver or whoever. And every time I'm like, oh, that's really cool. You must be very confident or, determined and strong and whatever. And then it made me feel like the opposite, because I know I would not have done that. Well, I adapt to situations personally. I know I adapt to situations. And if I take that one little fact and put it into slavery, I would have been a slave. I would have been miserable. But I would not know anything different. And it's a daunting thing to realize, because it makes you feel like less, But that's not the case. It's just the circumstances in which you are born into. I just think it's really interesting how free will it's an illusion, it's not real. I'm just really curious if I'm the crazy one who sees reason in this, you know, in our community, in this small, you know, community of people that watch this video, you know, if there is some kind of, you know, if our brains are kind of on the same level. But thanks so much for watching. I know there was a lot of rambling. I'm gonna try to make this a short video, but thank you so much for watching, and please, you know, come back to my blog. I'll be posting a lot of stuff. So yeah, see you soon. Bye.
Out and I want you, yeah, like a lawyer slash mathematician wants some kind of proof, and I want you, yeah, like JFK wanted a car with a roof. Because love is taking that dive, then getting really comfortable and peeing in the pool. And love is a real life porn, minus all the stuff that makes porn cool. And love is a homeless guy searching for treasure in the middle of the rain, and finding a bag of gold coins and slowly finding out they're all filled with chocolate. And even though he's heartbroken, he can't complain.